What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lady Scrap. You know your favorite Damu from the West Side Fruits. Are you anonymous?
For now, because you know my job and shit. I know
Okay.
you got a broad audience, and I don't want nobody like.
Alright. We got an anonymous motherfucker in the building. You know, we got the homie in the building. You feel me? We just gonna dig deep into his life or whatever he let me dig deep into without him feeling like I'm answering a security question or getting his social about him. You know, people get to
Yeah,
getting a little apprehensive and all of that. But nevertheless, he gonna act like he's an open book, right?
absolutely.
Okay. Where you born and raised?
Long Beach, California.
Not the LBC, so you know Snoop Dogg and shit?
I ain't gonna say I know him, but I've been around him. I just
Okay.
ain't been like I ain't that type of popular homie, so to speak.
Come on, alright. But you know niggas that know niggas.
Yeah,
Okay.
6 degrees, Kevin Bacon type shit.
Okay. I heard the fuck out of that. Shout out to that movie. What was it like growing up in Long Beach?
It was crazy because a lot of the times I couldn't be out there. Just because of how shit was in the house. So
Okay.
I grew up pretty much raised by my grandparents.
Okay.
Right? And because of that, there were social workers involved early on, that type of shit. We had to go to school where it was somebody close enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't happen. Somebody could come get us. We could sit somewhere until they get out of work, that type of shit.
Okay.
So, I went to school in Compton, lived out there, and split my time. With my cousin, cause I was kind of like a mess up, so I got suspended a lot. So I spent a lot of time at my great granny house on the west side. For real.
Okay, so what was the most traumatic thing you seen growing up between the two, since you was in two different areas?
The most traumatic?
Yeah.
That I actually seen.
Yeah, not what you heard. Yeah, what you didn't see. What you can remember.
Damn, that's a good one. Well, because trauma is relative.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I've seen some stuff that might probably be traumatic for some people. Other people, maybe not as much. Because the things that traumatized me weren't necessarily the violent things, I guess.
Well, I mean, it traumatized you. Shit, yeah. It ain't got to be violent. It's your experience.
Yeah, but it goes from all type of shit from I don't know, on my way to school and seeing a dead body by the dumpster. My grandpa pointing this out to me.
Okay.
To I guess my mom and my grandpa fighting, my mom stabbed my grandpa, weird ass shit like that.
Okay.
It's hard to say.
All right. How do you define success?
Success is nothing more than incremental adjustments. That's all it is.
Incremental adjustments?
Yes.
Okay.
So the people who are successful, they make these incremental adjustments throughout their days, their weeks, their months, their years, or their lifespan. It's not that they don't mess up. It's not that they don't see rejection or things don't pan out. No, it's that they make adjustments, and they continue to make adjustments until their end result is achieved or the task is completed.
Yeah.
Mark is met. Successful people are well adjusted. Great time managers. Because you can't manage your time, you can't manage craft. You can't handle your money. You won't be able to handle your relationships either intimately or socially or anyway. No, period. You can't manage your time, you can't manage anything. So
all right,
you show me a person that's bad with time that got a lot of bread.
You may have a point there.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you a parent? Do you have any kids?
Yes, I do. I have two.
Boy, girl, boy, girl.
I have a boy and I have a girl.
Come on, you got the best of both. You done?
Nah.
You want more?
Absolutely. I want as many kids as I can support. I'm not just talking about financially. If they can get my time and my attention and nobody suffers, yeah, it was good.
Okay.
Once that becomes a strain or it becomes a question on what things need to be done, then yeah. Because right now it's hectic.
Come on, right now it's hectic. That's honest.
Yeah, no, it's hectic now dealing with their moms and not just me dealing with their moms, but their moms dealing with me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All
I
right,
ain't
it
gonna
go
do
both ways. That's honest too.
that. I
Okay.
ain't act like
Um,
that.
how would you feel if your daughter decided to gangbang?
Oh man, that's a good question. Well, if she chose to do at that point in life, obviously she got to know right from wrong. It doesn't mean that she's the best
Right.
decision. It doesn't mean she's mature enough to make a positive decision in that
Right.
aspect. But I will say this: people gonna do what they want to do, and you, as a parent, you meaning me, I'm looking at myself.
Exactly.
It's my job to inform them, not to control them. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? To
Okay.
support them, to protect them from dangers, even if they're themselves. But one thing about me, and I'm adamant about this, and a lot of people might not agree, and I know a lot of my family members and friends don't agree. But I'm like this: if you think you're grown enough to make a dope-made decision, and you want to sneak about it, you want to argue me down about it, you want to tell me that you know what's best for you about it, I'm gonna let you make that. And you gonna get your heart broken however you need to get that broken. And hopefully that humbling experience doesn't destroy you. You see
Okay.
what I'm saying? Because as a parent, if I coddle you and protect you from every little decision you make, when you get out there in that real world and it counts, and them real wolves get a hold of your ass, you ain't gonna know what to do.
Yeah, they gonna fold.
I'm
They
handicapped
gonna get
by not
yeah.
letting you make mistakes.
Yeah, they gonna get fucked up. You gonna cripple them. So I get your point. I get your perspective.
Now, gang banging, hopefully they'll see from at least my perspective. I've been to prison, I did jail time, all that crap.
Okay.
That ain't what you want.
Mm.
You know?
Opposed to them looking at it like, I mean, not them. Opposed to her looking at it like, shit, my daddy did it. I can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, your
Okay.
daddy did. Your daddy had a hard time with it because he didn't listen to wisdom when it was appropriately given to him.
Okay.
So I was almost forced to not be able to have the freedom to make that choice, and I rebelled against it to an extreme.
Okay. At
I'm
least
not
you
saying
know. You
that
not in
parenting
denial.
approach, yeah, you feel me? I'm not gonna say that parenting approach is wrong because
Yeah.
for each child it's different. The same parenting approaches would pretty much apply to all of my siblings except for two. There's
Okay.
7 of us, right? And I'm the only one that saw prison.
Out of 7?
Out of 7, I'm the only one
Okay.
that saw prison. I'm not saying ain't none of them been in trouble. I ain't saying none of them ain't
Right.
had
Right.
ups and downs. I'm the only one that did prison time. I'm the one that been in gangs. I'm the only one that been in shootouts. I'm the only one that been shot. I'm the only one that sold drugs. I'm the only one like that type of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
only
You the
one. So
only one like stereotypically went down the wrong path is what you're saying.
absolutely.
Got you. Okay.
Absolutely.
What makes a man a man?
That's a very good question.
Thank you.
Hold on, excuse me. You stop that. Get out of here. What's wrong
What you
with you,
talking to the
man?
dogs?
My apologies. Yeah, Fido over here said trigger. My bad.
Not Fido.
Well, okay. So the things that makes a man, I believe, they're universal. There's two different ways people look at this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's universal, just absolutes that make a man, and then there's things that are cultural, right?
Okay.
Related to the different cultures, and even geography related. You can still be black, but just in a different region. And in that geographical region, the culture is different. So how men project themselves, or
It's
in
different.
that little area, it might be a little different.
I follow you. I'm with you. I hear you, King. Go ahead.
So for me, it starts with respect.
Okay.
There's not a man on this planet that doesn't respect himself. There's males, there's God, there's dudes, there's niggas. There's not a man on this planet that won't respect himself. And in respecting yourself, you're going to conduct yourself appropriately so in the professional realm, the social realm, accordingly so, to where people going to respect you.
Mm.
And that's because they see that you are first accountable and second responsible.
Okay.
You're not the same.
Okay.
A responsible person is an accountable person.
Mm.
Period. Like you can't show accountability and not be a responsible person. But there's a lot of people who will take the surface layer of responsibility and deem themselves qualified as an accountable individual, and they are not.
Mm.
The difference between a sincere apology and a sorry.
That's a fact. Yeah, I get you. I definitely get you. Um, what's the difference between pregnant pussy and regular pussy?
Oh shit. The oceans. No,
Not
but
the oceans.
I say it depends on the individual.
Really? Okay.
Again, it's like you can have something that ain't never had kid, and it could be trash. You can have something that's currently with child, and it could be trash. You can have something that's currently with child, and it could be the best you ever had because of the individual.
Okay. Okay. Everybody's
Now,
anatomy is
in
different.
general, I believe pregnant pussy is definitely a lot more snug, for sure. It's definitely, in general, a lot more gushier, for sure. That goes without
Come on,
saying.
Gushier.
I think that's a well-known fact from both men and women will probably say those two things.
Okay.
Probably because
I'm gonna
they don't
start
get as much
asking the women.
option. And I think that's why. But it also has to do with the pressure applied by the child on the cervix and all that other stuff. Make them all tight. Absolutely.
Come on, the
That's like
scientific
that's like
answer.
that's Kegel right there. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
get
like
you.
that's like David's Kegel right there. I don't even know how to explain it.
Shut the fuck up. What's the dumbest thing your parents had you believing as a kid, or your grandparents had you believing as a kid?
But that I should follow the Bible unquestioningly.
Not that you should follow the Bible. That's the dumbest.
No, here's why. Here's
Please
why.
enlighten us.
No, here's why. Because I believe that they were not properly educated on how to read the Bible.
Okay.
See, because there were questions I had as a youth that I was about ready to get like the dog shit slapped out of me for even mentioning. Now all of a sudden, these things that I had been arguing with over time, these are books and studies that I took in my time in prison. Yes, I did take theology course. And letters that I used to write to people and questioning this madness that, and not necessarily the Bible itself, but on the practice of their specific dogmatic views.
Okay.
Because I read the Bible, got one sitting right here, open on the table, got my name printed on it, had it in prison, got notes in it.
Okay, it's real. Yeah.
I'll read it, right?
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
That's the problem?
I understand. And so for those who don't understand, they just go in, they still got like scales over their eyes and their ears are still blocking cotton and shit.
Okay.
But the things that I've been explaining to my grandma is all of a sudden now she's understanding and coming into like what a Hebrew really is type shit.
Oh, okay. You went deep with her. Okay.
Oh yeah, I was always on my questioning like, man, why are you a Christian? Like that's not black people aren't Christians.
Well, what are you, Catholic?
A Christian didn't come into play until after the death of Christ. So how is that? You see, that wasn't what Christ practiced. Facts.
So you're what, Jehovah? What are you?
I am non-denominational, non-confrontational. I'm a spiritual man. Facts.
All right. So wait a minute. Are religions cults? Do you feel like they're cults?
They're 100% cults. What do you think? Like, what the hell? They're synonymous.
All right.
They have dogmatic practices that require, that mandate things from their practitioners. And if they aren't followed to a letter, they're ostracized. Are they not?
They are.
Is that not how the church is? Christian, Catholic?
That's a fact. They condemn you real quick.
And they say the church is not for the godly.
That's a fact.
You're not for the perfect people. You don't need church. For me, church is not a building. That body is a collection of people. Our oikos, which is Greek for like basically web of influence, right? It's based upon our spiritual interactions and how we communicate and congregate. Period.
Right.
Because the church house was first just homes that people went to worship or practice and heal and vent and help each other out against oppressive time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that influence had to be above and below. Like you had to be sneaky, like Rosa Parks, like not even Rosa Parks. What's the lady's name? Underground Railroad.
Not Harriet Tubman. Let her. Can she listen? Can she live?
At one point in time,
let her live.
And at other times it was like overt. So long as it's under their guidelines. So why you have Baptists and you have Protestants, but a Protestant is a Baptist, right? No, it's not. They're all Christian, so to speak, in a way. But the thread is there. It doesn't matter if you're talking about a Marvel character. It don't matter if you're talking about a Viking mythological Norse god. It doesn't matter if you're talking about the threads of the Bible or even the Quran or Talmud, which precedes the Bible by hundreds of years.
It's the fact that you are non-denominational, non-confrontational, and it sounds like you go to Bible study or some shit. The way you're informed.
I told you I went to theology school, my sister.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. Okay, my bad. I didn't hear you say that. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when I was in a joint, there's a thing called TUMI, the Urban Ministry Institute.
Oh, no. What we're not going to do is fixate on that. What's one event in your life that would make a good movie?
Getting stabbed in the back by my wife.
Oh, no, not by the wife. So you're divorced.
Sort of. I'm trying to get it.
Come on, you separated.
That shit costs money.
You didn't live the fucking life. How old are you?
40.
Really? Ladies and gentlemen, y'all can't see us, but he definitely looks younger than me. I would have never get this man older than me. He's older than me. I would have never fucking guessed that.
Are you getting me? Yeah, I'm older than he's older than me.
Yeah, I can't believe it. But what's the hardest thing about being a parent?
The hardest thing about being a parent is that you know when you went out and you had these kids that you have an idea on how your physical, mental, spiritual, intellectual property wants to, like how you want that molded out. They're my clay. I'm the potter. I got people fucking with the temperature of my furnace and not letting my shit cure the way I want it to cure. The hardest thing for being a parent is learning that I get a lot of these people probably care, but a lot of them just have their views and they're getting in the way for their shortcomings or their isms and trying to put it off on me when I can't say that any of these people are in a relationship, married, healthy, or that their kids fully respect them. I can't say that any of these people are still in a relationship like with the father of their kids, except for maybe a couple of them, and with that, it's strained at best. They might know the difference, but I know otherwise because I'm sincere about who I am. Yeah. When you doing certain things for a certain amount of time, you start to give two fucks about people's opinions on shit. And
makes sense.
They have problems with it. Because the instant somebody come with some bullshit, you let them know it ain't nothing but chewed up grass and they mad.
That's a fact.
and then now you mad, and now you wrong. Right? Cause you ain't with they bullshit. Now it's like you got anger issues or you from prison.
Attitude problem. Yeah, they be saying all kinds of shit.
My sister, I didn't tell them.
Okay. What's the difference between a father and a daddy? I know exactly what you mean.
Well, a father and a daddy, man. I believe that's all the difference in the world. A daddy is just like something you could be a baby daddy.
Okay.
That's between a boy and a man. A father is somebody who is present. You're not just kicking in money every week or once a month. You're not just picking them up and buying them shit. You activities hands on with it. You got it. I was in a relationship with my wife. We had kids. She had 2 other kids. I taught her daughter how to drive. I taught her son how to dive and swim, and her. I used to go to I was a dad carpool cheerleading dad.
Come on.
That type shit. My kid, when my first son was born, she didn't have to change a diaper for 2 months. Prep a meal, nothing.
Yeah, real present, real active.
I got everything else. His first bath for his first 90 days came from dad. Father.
Come on, first 90 days. I love that.
I didn't have a father growing up outside of my grandpa.
Okay.
These issues aside, he's the greatest man I know, just because of the bullshit that he had to endure, both not only on his, but also that he brought on himself. With
is he your hero?
But he never stopped being a father to me.
Is he your hero?
I don't have any heroes.
Okay. No harm, no foul. Just wondering. You speak highly.
I do have people that I respect tremendously.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have any heroes.
I get that.
You know, heroes die for lost causes.
That's a perspective. What you doing if you find out your son is gay?
Is he gay? If he's gay?
Yes.
That's my son, and I'm not really a judgmental type of person. It has to be something specifically that you do against me. My son's sexual orientation is nothing. It really ain't my business. I prefer motherfuckers keep it to themselves. You don't see a motherfucker walking around talking about, "Yeah, I'm straight." Ain't no such thing as a flaming heterosexual.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I do.
Just like I like how the Army had it. Don't ask, don't tell. Don't put your bedroom business in the traffic. When you put your business out there for other people to hear it, it's no longer your business. It's anybody else that hears it or shares it. So my son, he ever come like, "Hey man, I ain't with that. That ain't allowed around me. But you're more than welcome to do that, free of judgment. I'm cool. I ain't gonna sit here and make you feel bad about it. You ain't bringing no boyfriend over my house like that. That's all.
Okay.
Ain't no holding hands, kissing, touching, like all that, sitting each other lap around me. I ain't doing that.
Same for your daughter.
Oh yeah, same shit. You better believe it.
I'm just making sure you ain't biased, you know.
I'm not, no. Because I'm like, that was the thing that we had with my ex, her daughter, and boyfriend shit. I don't have a problem with kids having boyfriend, girlfriend. That's what kids do.
Yeah.
It's psychologically and psycho-emotionally part of the developmental stages of the life cycle. Facts. Right? Us as Westerners make it a negative or a bad thing because, they're too young. The fuck? You're never too young to learn.
Okay, say that.
Alone or be like just left to your own vices. But you're never too young to be supervised, to be taught, to be educated, to be groomed. Never.
Is it levels to snitching?
It's levels to everything. Why it ain't?
Okay, say that. People be feeling like it ain't. A lot of people feel like it ain't no levels.
Somebody will say that, but that same person will be put in a situation where it's them versus someone else or one of their loved ones, and they'll be like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Let it be your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, somebody that you rock with for a long time. But that be people who ain't never picked up a gun, never had a sack of dope, ain't never been in an interrogation room, ain't never fought a life sentence. That be people who ain't never really experienced shit. And even for the ones who did, and be like, hey, since you're snitching, well then you lack empathy and you lack understanding. And you might just be stuck.
Come on, Stuck.
It's too much gray area in life to start looking at shit black and white.
I heard the fuck out of that. Are you scared of rejection?
Absolutely not. What the fuck? Now tell me this like this. Like, okay, so you a Slim Goody, right? You a tall guy.
I'm a Slim Goody.
So when I first saw you, let's say I approach you, I'm a short dude. And you be like, nah, I'm good. I don't date short niggas. Now, that's one thing I can't change. And you can reject me for that. But who really losing? Because I'm already aware of this.
Yeah.
You're in the dark for all the other great attributes that I have as a man. Because of one thing. Now, so, like me not being in the dark, not knowing, or being fearful of things that don't exist. Danger is real. That shit is real as fuck. But I'm not like me being afraid of not getting a job or somebody or like a favorable look or nod or brownie points or for a woman not like accepting my advances or like whatever it is. I'm getting denied around here left and right. If you don't know, I'm trying to find like an apartment right now, so I ain't got to get rid of my dog type shit. I got a roommate, right? And we splitting expenses, but yeah, I can afford an apartment, but I need one that's like no credit check type scrimmage because I can pay cash, everything cash.
Come on, no credit check type scrimmage. You can't forget we recorded.
I be rejected on a regular
out of control. I be getting the most roguest fucking interviews. This shit be so real. That's why it's the HoodChick, y'all. That's why it's the most professional, unprofessional shit you'll hear from a female. Nevertheless, loyalty or respect?
Respect.
Is trust earned or given with you?
It has to be earned.
It has to be earned?
Here's why. Because I can only trust myself. You know what you trust. What you don't know, you don't trust. You believe in things you don't know.
Okay.
The things you know, you either trust or you don't trust. So I trust myself. In trusting myself, I'm able to trust people to a degree from what they show me and to not get caught up too much on one end or the other, on the scandal mongering, he say, she say. I deal with people accordingly. I'm not afraid to put myself out there and be vulnerable. If I was, I would never know how to make those incremental adjustments. To see
Say that. All right. Make it make sense. I got you.
Nigga been shot, nigga been stabbed, nigga did 19 years, 4 months, and 19 days in prison. Like, this shit ain't, I ain't got time to be scared. I'm a father. Soon to be
19
divorced.
years is a lot. How long you been free?
Oh, man, I've been free every day of my life. Now,
Say
when have I
that.
started exercising that? Maybe about, I got out October 8th,
Okay.
2002. 2022, excuse me.
Okay.
Had my son in 2023, had my daughter in 2024.
Shout out to that. What's
They
wrong?
got that sniper juice. One shot, one kill.
I heard the fuck out of it. It was built up. What's
Nigga,
wrong with telling a man he's beautiful or pretty?
wait, what?
What is wrong with telling a man he's beautiful or pretty? Why I can't give you that
Depends
compliment?
on the
What's wrong
man
with giving a man that
and on
compliment?
his interpretation of words. Those are it's semantics. A rose by any other name, right, my sister?
Okay, it's semantics. Say that.
No, it's just guys getting their feelings. That's why I say like the cultural thing of what a man is. Certain
Okay.
cultures got this super macho, like manly or masculine is not macho.
Right.
That ain't manly or masculine. That's foolishness.
Okay.
That's bravado. A man is confident, cool. Somebody tell me, boy, man, you sure are pretty. I'm gonna tell him you're welcome for the eye candy.
Not you welcome for the eye candy. That's some sarcastic ass shit. I love it though.
Pretty, if they being genuine, I'm telling them you're welcome.
Okay. All right.
People who I find attractive, that's pleasing to me. That's my pleasure. That I find something visually appealing, audibly appealing.
That is a motherfucking fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you are appealing, in however way, form, or fashion, you should be telling them you're welcome.
So BBL or natural?
Oh, natural.
You fucking with a BBL. Shut your ass up.
I'm not mad at those that want to make adjustments. I'm not mad. That's on you, but do it for you. Not because other people are telling you should do it. Not because you seeing what's on, like being pumped in the media and everybody in music these days saying it's cool to be a rap.
Yeah.
I ain't saying that. I'm saying like if you want some more cushion for your pushing, go ahead and do that. But it should be cool, like you are. I guarantee you, it's gonna be a nigga out there that's gonna be like, oh yeah, I like that.
Say that
like
for real.
No, real.
Let them know.
No real shit.
When it comes to gang banging, do you have a message for the youth?
Yeah, a big one. Ain't what you want. You know why? Because y'all ain't banging no more.
What?
The people who started gang banging and what gang banging is, like banging, you niggas ain't bangers, you members. And you're not representing like sections, sets, and all that.
Yeah.
Like these fresh ass words that niggas in the prison that have been used a very long time ago that's been circulated back since the 70s. All I know is when I was growing up, it wasn't no such thing as a porch. So we didn't have nothing to get off of. We was just there. Nigga, that's all we do.
That makes sense. I get
so,
you.
Like you got these cats that's glorifying a whole lot of stuff, which I'm not knocking.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking. But you see, now because of the social media and because of how the popular pop culture, rap culture, hip hop, street culture, y'all seeing nothing but the top rappers get sent to jail and get knocked down. One after the other.
One after the other.
So I see people like Nipsey Hussle, real like out there in the streets. But he reached his status, just my opinion, got it on personal. I'm just seeing the status. This man, how influential he had reached. The success he's seen, the hard work he put in. Not fuck the money he accumulated. This man just had a child. And he get caught up into some street stuff to the point where it cost him his life. I don't have half the things going for me that Nipsey Hussle does. But everything that I'm building means the world to me.
Okay.
And it's not somebody or another thing that I care to even speak on or mention that'll put me in jeopardy of that. I'll put it like this, personal stuff. You know as well enough, I do guard work. Let's leave it at that, right? And for me, the people I work with is more important than the items that I'm hired to protect.
Okay.
And everybody I work with know that shit. And for the ones that don't, they come to learn it quick.
I heard the fuck out of that.
So, you know what I'm saying?
I do. I know exactly what you're saying. Your
You've been to
last
my places
question.
before. You see the vibes there.
Your last question. I definitely seen.
Come
He's a
on.
botanist. You know, he's a botanist. What does love look like to you?
Like a melted candle.
Not a melted candle.
Man.
A melted candle. That's all right. He was anonymous, ladies and gentlemen. Out of all the shit he has expressed with his answers, love looks like a melted motherfucking candle. And that might be the name of this episode, Melted Candle. Just on the cool, that's where that came from. It's just straight to the motherfucking point. Shit's gonna fizzle out, I guess. The light's gonna be dim. It's gonna be bright, then it's gonna be dim. I don't know.
But it shines all the way down.
Oh no, don't elaborate now. Come on, this shine all the way down.
Dude, all them layers that melted, those are memories. Some high, some low. But eventually that flame go out.
I heard the fuck out. This is one of them church candles then. It's a big candle. It didn't melt it down memories. Alright, say that.
Cathedral candle type shit.
You know, that was Mr. LBC, you know, Long Beach. That's all we can do is give him that the botanist. He's the botanist. It may be called the botanist. It's either going to be melted candle or the botanist. Nevertheless, shout out to him for giving me his motherfucking time because he didn't have to. I appreciate him for this.
I have to. You was pressing me. What you didn't tell your viewers is that your mom came in there pressing me, my first place of employment, and your dog.
Not the moms and the dogs. See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So how I'm going to say that? I didn't even know that. You telling me something I didn't even know.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. Hit me up for an interview, HoodChicks35@gmail.com. It's your girl, Lady Scrap, on all platforms. Just put in Lady Scrap on Google. You can find me. We out. Say bye to the people.
Peace out, y'all. Much love. Stay safe.
Nah, stay alive and stay smart.